up? Welcome to Hedgehog Hollow and welcome back to another storage and organisation idea video. So today I'm going to be showing you all of my stamp storage, and there's a few other bits and pieces in here too. Now I have gone through lots of different methods depending on how many stamps I have, but now I am blogging with lots of different companies. I found I needed something that separated all of those out. Now, Mr. Hedgehog Hollow actually came up with this idea. He is rejoicing behind the camera that I have given him the credit, and I have to say I resisted it for quite some time. However, it works really, really well. I do have another one of these storage units at the back of the craft room, and we will at some point do a video on that for you as well. But today we're going to have a look at my stamp storage, how I actually store the stamps within these bins, and the different bins I have and how I have it together. So I have this in alphabetical order by company. Now I also have a mixed bin lower down, which we'll get to too. But each one is a InterDesign fridge bin, so you know I love these so much. I also have some of the smaller sizes in here that I am using up as well. It just depends how many stamps I have as to whether I've graduated them up to a bigger size. These also lock in place really nicely. They have some little feet on them, and if I really tug them, so if Tilly was to come near them, they're not going to just fall straight out, although my stamps may fall over depending on how much is in there. We'll also have a closer look at those envelopes too. I've put a label on the front of each of these using my washi tape printer. I'll link that video up for you in the top right hand corner. Now each of these are either companies I work with or because I love them so much. So for instance Lawn Fawn, where I have lots and lots of stamps, I've taken them out of my mixed bin and I've given them a tub all of their own. So let's take a closer look inside one of the boxes. So I've pulled out my neat and tangled tote here. In the front I put their stencils, and I keep these in the little baggies. I do just label the name on the front there. But I'm going to actually put these into sections at some point. So I'll have a stencil section, a die section, a stamp section, etc. depending what that company creates. And I think that will work better for my workflow, but you may just want it like this. At the minute it's done by size. So I have the smaller stamp pockets here. I have then the medium-sized stamp pockets in the back here, and then I have the really large ones here as well. Now if you saw my stamp labelling video, which I will link up in the top right-hand corner of your screen right now, you will see how I've labelled these. So I have neat and tangled, puppy's favourite things, and I have the 3 different sizes of Avery Elle envelopes. Apart from these small ones, they're actually just a CD envelope, and I'll link those up. You get about 400, I think, very inexpensively, and they're nice and thick and they last really well. So they all stack up in here. They stand up really nicely. If I'm creating for a company, I can pull this tote out. You may find it's easier to have maybe a Christmas bucket and a happy birthday bucket, something floral. However you like to work, you can divide this up in any way, and it's very expandable. These shelves are super strong. You can load a huge amount on them, and they're actually on wheels as well. So I can move it out and move it around my craft room if I change my mind or I need it closer to me. I also want to show you how I keep the bottom shelf, because I keep some different things down there as well. So this is the final shelf. It ends with W for whimsy. Now this is more probably for bloggers. You may find this a useful tip. So I have 2 tubs here. This is a new supplies tub. So here it has the new Simon Says Stamp Kit in it and some paints that I received. Everything goes in here until it's labelled and packaged up, and then it moves over to this Use Me First tub. That I know to go into first of all when I want to make a video or I'm looking to make a card. I use these supplies first of all. Now after that, this is my mixed bin here. This should be in alphabetical order. There's a couple of new things that have been popped in here, but everything on the whole is in alphabetical order. Anything that's not enough to fill up one of these bins, or if it's a company I don't work with on a regular basis, it all goes into this one here. Now on this bottom shelf I have some kits. There's a mink kit that I want to do. There's a wreath kit that I'm looking forward to making. I also have any stencils that aren't above. And again, these are in little envelopes. They have a label on them. There's my Altenew with those little samples that we made the other day on a video. This is my mixed media tote. Now I'm outgrowing this, but this is all of my Crafters Workshop mediums are in here. There's my little silicone pieces, brayers, all sorts of bits and pieces I might use for mixed media go in here. And if I expand this, then I may well end up with different brands again. This back one here is paper and embellishments. Again, if it's not a company I work with regularly and it's not in one of the totes above, then it goes down into there. Now finally, I wanted to show you these bins that I keep underneath, and these fit perfectly under here. I'll link these up. They're from ArtBin. They have little dividers, and I now have a second one. Again, it's none of those things I need to do to move them over because I've expanded out of one. Each divider has either Christmas, birthday, sympathy, thank you, all those kinds of different cards we make. Some are just a note to say, some just say hello. Whatever they are, I have segmented them into these bins, and they fit perfectly. You can even fit 6x6 cards in here, and they have this nice clip-on lid and a carry handle as well. So these just sit under here really nicely as well. So this is my new stamp storage solution. I hope you've enjoyed a quick look into my room. I've also got some pictures you can see on the screen right now of the totes and some close-ups. And of course, everything will be linked underneath the video for you. If you're on a mobile device, click that right-hand bottom arrow. And if you're on a desktop, click that show me more under the video title. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!